Win for West Indies, and next Sunday's match at Old Trafford, West Indies against Australia, could well decide which of those two sides goes through to the Super Six. Now, Scotland and Bangladesh, the two non-test playing countries, had no real Super Six ambitions, but their meeting today at Edinburgh was perhaps the most important of the competition for these two sides. Their one realistic chance of victory in this World Cup. Scotland, beaten by Australia and Pakistan, were unchanged. George Salmond leading the side on the home ground of his club Grange, much defending on the continued form of all-rounder Gavin Hamilton. Bangladesh made one change from the side beaten by West Indies in Dublin. Shahriar Hussain dropped, Farid Ahmed coming in to play his first one-day international since 1990. Well, Scotland won the toss and put Bangladesh in, and when these two sides met at Edinburgh a year ago, it finished in victory for Scotland, but today a big match for both sides. We're in the second over, no score, but to Hussain, our commentators Simon Hughes, Alan Wilkins, Mike Denness, and first of all, we hear from Barry Richards.
Oh, and that's a very poor delivery to start with. Get the wrist behind the ball, in fact, fell over as he delivered, and that's why it went.
Khalid Masood has gone.
John Blaine has pushed it in hard, a bit further up, but it was still shoulder height. And it's gone back over the wicketkeeper's head. And first slip running back. Kept his eye on the ball well. And it's straight in.
Oh, he spooned it up. It's going to be another catch. Beautifully taken. Beautifully taken by Nick Dyer. And the catches are being held, and the Bangladeshis are not helping their cause. It's difficult batting out there. But Mirab Hussain has gone, and the man who scored the runs against the West Indies has failed here in Edinburgh.
He's tried to pick the ball up over the mid-wicket area. He's got the leading edge. Nick Dyer running backwards, keeping his eye on the ball. Hands above the head. Very well taken, and isn't he pleased?
New batsman is Aminul Islam, captain of the Bangladesh side. He picked up the captaincy from Akram Khan for this World Cup tournament. That's well bowled, and he's given him. John Blaine has struck again. It's a second wicket for Blaine, and Bangladesh are in all sorts of problems.
He's not happy, the batsman, but you can clearly see there the ball is hit just the top of the pad, going to take the bails, and aren't Scotland on a high at the moment?
That's a very nicely timed shot, and in fact that is Bangladesh's first boundary in the 9th over. And the ball going across. The right-hander has done the trick for Azim Butt. So another loosish stroke by Bangladesh. And the end of another wicket.
Yes, Akram Khan here, just looking for a little bit of a drive. Look at the feet, nowhere near the ball. It's just drifted away from him a little bit. Succeeded in getting the edge, and Ian Philp taking a nice, neat catch.
So Minazul Abedin, the new batsman.
Delivery, because it's come back. 26 for 5.
New batsman is Naima Rahman.
That's a beautiful shot. Intentionally flicked over the infield in the second boundary.
Gavin Hamilton now to take up the attack. That's off the edge and dropped. And really, Ian Phillips should have taken that. That was a regulation edge.
So change of bowling, it's going to be James Brinkley, who bowls right on medium fast. Slashed away, that might go all the way. Yeah, 4 runs. It was not a particularly good delivery from James Brinkley. I think he's struggling a little into this wind. It's over the top. Chase for John Blaine, he can't make it. And a welcome boundary for Bangladesh. Namur Rahman just latching onto a ball down the leg side from Hamilton, and the flag flies proudly. Slower ball, and well played. Probably the best shot so far in the Bangladeshi innings. Namur Rahman latching onto a long half volley from Brinkley, and it's done his confidence a lot of good. That's the 50 partnership between these two. That's a tremendous recovery from Abedin and Rahman. Bangladesh 76 for 5 now in 24 overs.
That's a crisp shot. And no point in chasing that. So neatly put away by Namur Rahman.
Some decisive footwork at last. Just a little bit fuller, and watch the foot goes all the way out and on the up.
That's chipped in the air, and that's a simple catch.
And again, just caught a yard short with that step. Played very much with his feet together, and of course that little bit of extra bounce in the wicket. Rahman very disappointed, out for 36. Khalid Mahmood is the new batsman.
Spinners into the attack. Nick Dyer.
Catch! Yeah!
And he's gone.
Just drifting in the air. Again, the footwork has let them down. Watch how he comes to attention to play this shot. He really doesn't get his foot a long way down, and he's just chipped it in the air, and the captain's done the rest.
This is Inamal Haq, a left-hander. That's probably extras, I suggest, unless Haq got a little touch there. Yes, it's leg byes, and they're coming back for a third, in fact. So, slightly unlikely addition to the score, and that brings up the Bangladesh 100.
Nice looking stroke from Huck. That might go all the way. Lovely shot. Nice easy swing of the bat, didn't force it. There's that shot again. This time it's gone. Smith can't cut it off. And the boundaries are coming. That's out. It was just a shade quicker from Nick Dyer. And Inamal Haq has gone for 19. 133 for 8 now. This is the end of Haq.
Well, Haq has played this shot once or twice, but he's sliced it far too fine this time. And Ian Phillip takes quite simple catch.
Hasibul Hussain, the new batsman, 21-year-old.
And that's nicked and could be 4 and is. Well, he's just taken the slip away. Here's a bit of frustration for Gavin Hamilton. He's pitched it outside there.
Contributed to extras in a big way.
There you see those extras. Almost 6 overs. 39 in all.
That's a great catch. And what a great piece of cricket. Lovely. That's really been John Blaine's day today. bowls a Yorker, and the batsman stabs it straight back to him. So what a marvellous day. That's his 4th wicket.
And this is the last ball of his 10th over, and the batsman just a little bit too early. Again, you see the footwork, feet together, and that's a very good catch by John Blaine. 10 overs, 4 for 37. He'll be pleased, but not overly pleased. Still a little bit of work for him to do in terms of wides and no balls.
Monjurul Islam, the last man for Bangladesh, left-arm bowler and left-hand batsman. He's not facing. It's a fine blow. That's by Minhazul, and another boundary.
Beautifully played shot. It's a half volley in the end, and he really creamed it through the covers, but not good field placing. I'm not sure what he's doing just there in the last few overs.
Slashed away again, and that could be 4 more. So consecutive boundaries to Minhazul Abedin.
13 more runs were added. Bangladesh finishing at 185 for 9, recovering well from 26 for 5. Minhazul Abedin, career best 68. Support from Rahman in a 6th wicket stand worth 69. 44 extras, though, conceded by Scotland, including 28 wides. It meant that Scotland's bowlers once again fell behind the required over 8. They would only face 49 overs as a result. John Blaine conceded a few extras, but he can be proud of his figures of 4 for 37. So Scotland needing 186 for a highly prized first World Cup win. We're in the second ball of the innings. Second ball of the innings, Hazibul Hussain to Patterson.
Ian Phillip has gone. LBW to Monjurul Islam. He's wrapped the pads a few times. It's the second LBW. And Scotland are 8 for 3. Stanger and Salmon new at the crease.
That's a fine shot. That's 4 to George Salmond, and the first boundary of the Scotland innings.
This is indeed a good shot by Salmon. Ball is wide, it's over-pitched. But a nice balanced position.
That's just over, and 4 runs from the bat of George Salmond.
Another wide delivery. George Salmon square cuts, but it goes very near to the fielder. It's just over the top of the left hand. Oh, very close.
And again, and that's a better shot. That's along the ground, in the gap. Consecutive boundaries to George Salmond. Gavin Hamilton of Yorkshire and Scotland to take up the cudgels. Well, that's a neat shot. In fact, that's timed so well, that's going to be 4. So Gavin Hamilton gets off the mark with a sublime stroke.
Very strong off his legs, Gavin Hamilton. My goodness, doesn't he time it well. Full face of the bat, just turn the wrists.
Well, Mahmood is really making good use of this wind, getting a lot of in-drift. At last, Stanger manages to make some kind of contact. He's been stuck on 5 for quite a while.
So it's going to be Minhazul Abedin. Oh, that's got to be close. It's very close. He's got him. Abedin has come on, and he's taken another wicket. 5 down now, Scotland. And
Wow,
Ian Stanger departs.
Sorry, Wilco, very poor cricket, Ian Stanger. He really misread that completely. He played about 3 shots in his mind before the ball actually arrived. He got very square on. It's just moved a little bit. Look how he's playing across the line of the ball. It's hit the back leg, dead in front.
Hussain being brought back to remove the danger man Hamilton. Oh, it was almost a chance, but it was hit so hard by Hamilton. That's racing away as well. That's gone. It's gone for 4. Hasselbull complaining his man wasn't fine enough. Kevin Hamilton, so much responsibility on him now. And he's been joined by James Brinkley.
That's up in the air, and that's going to be a simple catch. That's pretty well taken, hopelessly mistimed that by Jamie Brinkley, so another Scotland wicket goes. Hasselbull Hassan took the catch, and Jamie Brinkley perishes.
James Brinkley won't be happy with this. He's picked up the wrong length. He's got it far too high on the bat.
Field spread for Hamilton. And he's hit a 4. So actually, good cricket all round there.
Gavin Hamilton has opted for the sweep again. He has played it very well. Not an easy one when you've got a bit of bounce on the wicket, but he's timed this one well.
Davis on strike. And they successfully got through for a single there, so up 100 for Scotland.
Naima Rahman to continue. And that is 50 for Gavin Hamilton. And it's a well-crafted innings. 50, 61 balls containing 4 fours, cementing this Scottish reply. Very good innings indeed. Naima Rahman. Gone for the sweep shot. It's gone high and handsome. It's gone all the way. It's the maximum for Hamilton. Terrific shot off the off-spinner.
He's such a strong man. I'm not sure he got it totally off the middle. Oh, yes, he did. That's beautifully struck. Picked the length and just drop-kicked it right over square leg's head. Man there, he fancied it for a minute and then see you later.
I think Hamilton was back. Well, though he's just kicked the ground in disgust, because that would be a terribly unfortunate way to get out. Alec Davis with the straight drive, and umpire Dave Orchard has asked for the 3rd umpire's verdict. Now, the question is, did Gavin Hamilton get back in time? He's backing up. Here's the hit. Did he get back?
It's beautifully struck and very, very well fielded by Islam, and Hamilton is gone by the looks of things. Just wait for that fraction of a second. He's 1 inch short. That is absolutely, you couldn't get closer than that. So Gavin Hamilton departs. That is a break that Bangladesh really wanted and Scotland did not want. Hamilton back on his way. Fine knock, 138 for 7, 63 off 71. And that is a most unfortunate dismissal for Scotland.
And it's now 138 for 7. It was this close. And that's hit away nicely. That's gone like a tracer bullet. Tremendous hit from Alec Davis. Defiance coming from the man with 7 on his back. 42 overs gone, 7 to go. It's 144 for 7.
The field's well placed, but that was pretty sloppy. He should really have pulled that one in. There's minimal hock on the mid-off boundary, and a bonus of 4 runs there for Scotland.
Well, the Bangladesh captain will not be very happy with this bit of fielding. Looks as if he's got there quite easily. Doesn't bend the back.
86. Certainly not a lot of runs during a day, not as many as you would expect, but certainly plenty of twists and turns and some very good bowling performances on this lovely ground. The first World Cup game in Scotland at the Grange.
The sorry tale of the Scottish batting. Bad start once again. Hamilton gave them hope before his unfortunate run-out, but his 69 now makes him the top scorer in the tournament. But in the end, Scotland fell 23 runs short. Bangladesh bowled well, especially the opening attack of Hasibul and Monjural. 2 wickets apiece for them, 2 for Khaled. Bangladesh victory by 22 runs, their first ever World Cup win, and a real boost for a small cricket-mad nation. From the Scottish point of view, at least Gavin Hamilton can look at the current run scorers list with some pride. The Scottish all-rounder heading names like Tendulkar and Hick at the moment at least. But the rest of the picture is pretty gloomy for the Scotland captain.